Ladies and gentlemen, today is a very exciting day as Microsoft has officially revealed the name of the next Xbox. No one could have predicted this, but it is called Xbox Series X. This news is hot off the press from the Game Awards, where Microsoft unveiled a short trailer showcasing the design, the controller, and the name. For everyone curious, including myself, that want to know even more details about the console itself, not just how many frames per second it supports, as well as the highest resolution, and a load of other details that Microsoft didn't tell us. And Series X is launching holiday 2020 alongside the PlayStation 5, so very exciting times for console gaming. Now let me know in the comment section which camp you sit in. Are you team PlayStation or team Xbox? I would love to know. And if you're excited for the new Xbox, then be sure to drop a like rating right now on the video. And what we've seen from it so far is a very impressive in-engine trailer showcasing a bunch of games that of course we're going to see on the Series X, including Halo Infinite, which looks incredible, Forza, and FIFA. And the details released so far say that Xbox Series X is going to be the fastest, most powerful console ever and set a new bar for performance, speed, and compatibility, allowing you to bring your gaming legacy, which is thousands of games from 3 generations, which means Xbox original, 360, and One titles, meaning that nearly every game is going to be backwards compatible, which is amazing. And with the industrial design, it enables them to deliver 4 times the processing power of Xbox One X in the most quiet and efficient way, something which is critically important in delivering true immersive gameplay. Now, how can we not go on with this video without talking about the console's design? And by looking at it, you'd think that it's huge and fat, but apparently it's roughly as wide as an Xbox One controller and about 3 times as tall, so it's actually a pretty small device. All it has is an illuminated Xbox logo, which is the power button, and then there's a slot for inserting discs and very much else to speak of on the front. It's a very simplistic design, and they definitely recognize that it has some very stark aesthetics which make it unparalleled in the console space. It's pretty much like the Cybertruck of consoles right here. But they said that design makes sense from an engineering standpoint, as in an effort to make the console disappear in your entertainment center, they design it to be as quiet as possible with a single large fan pushing high volumes of air out of the top. Microsoft also understand that the name is a bit of a weird thing, and there's bound to be a lot of people that are going to think Xbox One X and Series X are the same thing, and they recognize that, but they think that over time this is going to ease up. And the name Series X also indicates that there could be another series of next-gen Xboxes in the near future, and plenty of rumors and unconfirmed reports. But of course, with a new console comes a new controller, and not everything has been given the dramatic makeover, but this new controller coming with the Series X looks a lot like a standard Xbox One controller. The biggest difference is that there's a new share button in the middle, which is implemented to help you quickly share your gaming moments with friends. Getting down to the details, there were certain things that Xbox learned through doing the Elite controller and listening to fans, and one of them was the D-pad, which they now have a new hybrid D-pad that they've been working on that they think is important, so you'll get a sense of that in the new wireless controller. There's also the share button, they've heard the feedback, and of course they're not the first ones to do a share button, so I'm not going to say that they invented it, but they've heard that sharing is such a big part of gaming experiences these days that it'd be silly to not have a dedicated button for it, and they still have all the rumble triggers and haptic feedback that you had in the Xbox One. Of course, a lot of you guys are going to be like, what are the specs? Like, we want to know, pitched up against the PS5, what we're working with here. So they described it as the most powerful and fastest Xbox yet, and will lead Xbox into the next generation. They said from a technical standpoint, this will manifest as world-class visuals in 4K at 60 frames a second, with the possibility of up to 120 frames per second, including support for variable refresh rate and 8K capability. Having a variable refresh rate in a console is very, very exciting, because we've always been limited to 60 Hz, and only recently can some games on Xbox One X support 120, but it's very, very limited. This is going to be completely balls to the wall variable refresh rate with 8K capability. This is powered by their custom designed processor, leveraging the latest Zen 2 and next generation RDNA architecture from the partners at AMD. Xbox Series X will deliver hardware accelerated ray tracing and a new level of performance never seen before in a console. Also, they have a patented variable rate shading technology, which will allow developers to get even more out of the GPU, and the next generation SSD will virtually eliminate load times and bring players into their gaming worlds faster than ever before. And from all of this so far, it's obvious that high-end performance is part of the equation, but so too is streamlining the process of getting into a game and enjoying it super quick. Now obviously, like we've mentioned a second ago about SSDs, it's no secret that both Sony and Microsoft are really pursuing next-gen consoles to be offering like a near seamless experience where stuff is going to load incredibly quick with faster storage and memory, and cloud streaming helping to cut through some of the tedium of downloading, loading and updating games that we've got accustomed to. And the Series X is going to feature a NVMe SSD and use super fast GDDR6 memory as RAM. And not only will these components help cut down on the gaming pit stops, but it also help you to instantly pick up games from where you left off. The Xbox One already does this, but this will take it a step further. So today, you have the capability of instantly resuming the last game you were playing, but why can't you do that for multiple games is questioned. Many players choose to play multiple games at the same time, being able to jump instantly right back to where you were. And there are things that they can do with a platform level to make the gaming experience better. And it's really all about ensuring that there's less waiting and more time playing, because that's ultimately what everyone wants to do with a console and with the services that everyone has. They're also minimizing latency by leveraging some technology called low latency mode and giving developers new functionality like dynamic latency input to make Series X the most responsive console ever. It's also designed for a future in the cloud with unique capabilities built into the hardware and software to make it as easy as possible to bring great games to both console and elsewhere. Now all of this talk about 4K 60, 120 frames per second, 8K capabilities, that's great, but on your screen throughout this video, you've actually been seeing the first in-engine gameplay of a game running on the Xbox Series X, which is Hellblade 2. And when you watch it, you think that it was pre-rendered, CGI, but everything in this trailer was said to be done in-engine in real time, and that's really raised the bar in terms of expectations for what the next-gen games are going to look like. And the Halo Infinite stuff as well looks unbelievably good. GameSpot were told that the trailer represents the full power of Series X, but the video doesn't showcase average gameplay moments, but it still exhibits new levels of detail, lighting and rendering techniques that have never been seen before on consoles, at least running in real time. So what are the next steps now for Xbox? Well, seeing as we finally have the name Xbox Series X, in literally a few months time, E3 2020 is going to kick off, and it's going to be an amazing time for everyone that enjoys PlayStation and Xbox. And Phil Spencer promises that it's going to be a big beat for them, and it's very, very important. And it sort of goes without saying that they're heading into the console's launch year with the system largely out the way. All eyes are going to be on what games people can play, when they will be able to play them, and how much money it will cost to get them all started. And considering how disastrous the original Xbox One reveal was, the fact that there wasn't a focus on games, it's great that they are focusing on it. Like straight away, you can just see how telling it is, how straightforward the messaging is compared to the Xbox One reveal, where it was just played with cross-media bloat and all the DRM drama, which inevitably is what we are now seeing in this next stage in gaming. Everyone just has their games downloaded and have them online anyway, but in this place there's an emphasis on streaming the gameplay experience we know today and bolstering it with new technology that not only makes the games look better, but is easier to play at home or on the go via the cloud. And Xbox are really pushing forwards with this xCloud service where you can play games on your phone to the same performance that you'll get on the console. So now that it's all said and done, what do you guys think of this in the comment section? The immediate reaction I've seen is that a lot of people are pretty confused and very disappointed with the name of the console, as well as the fact that it honestly doesn't look too different to what we have right now. The controller looks incredibly similar. The console itself looks like a redesigned version of the Xbox One X, but it's just a lot more powerful. I guess until we get a full-blown reveal at E3 2020 and when we can get our hands on the controller and the console itself to really see what is different compared to the Xbox One X in front of our very eyes, it's very hard to make a thorough decision and judgment on it straight off the bat. All I know is it's going to be a very, very interesting time for games as we lead into 2020, and I can't wait to see how this new hardware is going to accelerate our gaming experiences and make everything so much better. But again, love to know in the comment section, are you team Xbox or are you team PlayStation? And if you want to keep up to date with the latest information on both of those consoles, I'll be releasing videos as soon as we get more news to cover all about it. So be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are normally subscribed for Call of Duty Zombies and you're like, what the heck is going on? I love making videos talking about what I'm interested in the gaming scene. I know a hell of a lot of you guys are interested as well, and it's an awesome discussion to have in the comment section. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you for my next video very, very soon.